So hello everyone and I welcome you all to APJ Academy, where we are nurturing the young minds to become doctor and engineers, just like you will become doctor and engineers in the near futures. And in today's class, we are going to discuss the previous year questions from NEET exam, which are very beneficial if you are preparing for NEET exam and you want to give your exam this time. So in this YouTube channel, we are going to solve this. Are you all ready? But before starting, I want to introduce myself. My name is Manoj Kumar. I am a BTech graduate from Delhi. Other than that, I did my graduation and post-graduation from Delhi. Okay. BTech also I completed, and previously I was associated with many renowned coaching institutes of India, and it's almost 8 years I have been in teaching line, and I guided more than lakhs of students to crack the entrance exam like JEE and NEET. And this time I'm guiding you guys here on APJ Academy. And one more thing, I always say to my student that winners and losers have same goals. What does it mean? It means that anyone who is filling the form for the NEET exam, already the registration has started. So whoever is filling the form of NEET, they want to be in the top colleges, isn't it? All they have the same goals, right? They want to become a doctor, they want to become a surgeon, they want to become a specialist doctor. So all of them have goals. So means goals cannot be the only criteria to get the success, right? So what is the criteria to be successful in life? It must be some process. You must be focusing on the process rather than the goals. I'm always saying to my student that the process is more important rather than goal, because process will help you to attain any types of goals that will come into your life. Now this time the NEET is the goal. It might be possible that in the near future you will be having some other goals. So goal is very important, but more than goal, the process is very important. So the process we are providing you to get the success in the NEET exam is through the coaching, is through the making your habit that you will be attending our classes regularly on this YouTube channel. You can subscribe the YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so that you won't miss my updates. And other than that, there is complete schedule. There is complete schedule which we are following, and we ensure that we will complete your complete course before the real exams of NEET, right, which is 17th of July. So in today's class, we are going to solve the previous year questions, right? As you all know that previous year questions are very important. And wait a minute, I'll set this. I think that it's fine now. Yes. So basically, these mind maps are also available on APJ Academy. So if you are subscribing our package, you will be getting the complete concept with the complete formula sheet, the types of questions which we are conducting, and the main idea, the crux video you are getting, right? And now let's move to the today's class, today's part, which is none other than but the previous year questions. So this question was asked in NEET 2017. So it's very new question, right? So the question is asking us that a physical quantity of the dimensions of length. So you have to find out the dimensions of length that can be formed out of C, G and E by E square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught is, okay. G is the universal gravitational constant and E is the charge, okay. So basically, out of these 4 options given to you, you have to identify that which one of these is having the dimension of length, which is L. So this is very simple question if you know that what are the dimensions of each and every part. But if you do not know the dimension, then it will become very difficult, right? So there are many questions. After seeing that question, you can easily understand that whether you are going to solve that question or not. Because if you do not know the dimensions of G, or you do not know how to find the dimension of G, then it becomes very difficult for you to find out, right? It will take lot of time. So please solve this question, and let's see that how many of you will be able to solve this question. As you know that if this is a c is the speed of light, and if this is speed of light, then the dimension will be lt minus 1, right? Speed dimension is lt minus 1, obviously it will be. And for the value of the dimension of g, we have formula, force of gravity is equals to F is equals to g m1 m2 by r square. So I can write this as f r square divided by m square if I really need to find out the dimensions only. So force dimension is mlt minus 2, mass into acceleration, and the square is here, so it will be ml cube, right? ml cube it will become, and the mass square is there, so this will become m minus 1. So these are the dimensions of g. So this dimension is clear, this dimension is clear, and the dimension of this e square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. So basically this is nothing but a force of Coulomb's force. So Coulomb force is Fc, and that is equals to k q1 q2 by r square, right? This is the thing which you must be knowing if you are giving the entrance exam this time. Even if you are in class 12th, so you must be knowing that what is the Coulomb's law. If you are in class 11th and you are watching this video, then you think that this is a factual question, and the force of Coulomb's law, the force between the two charges, static charges q1 and q2, it is given by Fc is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2. So here we are considering the charges, right? So this is e square divided by r square. So this we are having, right? So all of these are given, and now you have to find out that out of these four options, which might be the dimension of length, right? So it's very easy, very easy. Why? I'm telling you that this is very easy if you just know that how you will be placing these things, right? So first and foremost thing is that the value of gravitational constant g, the dimension is m minus 1 l cube. L cube is coming, right? L cube is coming there. So how many of you are able to do this? Just you need to substitute these values here, and once you substitute, you will be getting the answer. And even if you try from the top, you will be getting the answer. You can start doing from top, either from down. Sometimes I suggest my student to please go to the last options, because this is the strategy which the examiner was following. Yes, please do let me know. No idea. Almost I completed everything for you. I have already completed. If you want to know the dimension of e square by 4 pi epsilon naught, you can easily find out that what are the dimensions of these things, right? You can easily find out that what are the dimensions of these things. It will be, you can substitute this value here, right? So the dimensions of this will be r square Fc. So force dimension is mlt minus 2, and r square means this will be ml cube. So that will be ml cube t minus 2. ml cube t minus 2. Okay, mlt minus 2. So now I am taking the options. because this is the only way through which I can do this, or either I can find out that what could be the scenario through which I can find out the answer. So I am using this equation and I am substituting all the values here, all the dimensions, whatever I had calculated, so that I can check that whether this is the answer or not. So I am replacing the value of C, then it will be L square T minus of 2, right? And here the value of E square by 4 pi epsilon naught will be ML. First I am replacing the value of G, which is M minus 1 L cube T minus 2, and then we are having the value of R square FC, which is none other than M L cube T minus 2. Okay, and we are having the 1 by 2 power here. So M will cut, and this will become this and this is the same thing, and we are having root here at the top, right? So the answer will be 1 upon L square T minus 2, and it will come out to be L cube T minus 2. This T minus 2 will cut, and the answer will be L. So option A is correct. Option A is correct. If we are checking out of these 4 options, only option 1 is correct, right? You can check this. If you are keeping this value in the numerator, if you are keeping the value of C square in the numerator, then it will be multiplied and it won't come out to be the dimension of length. And here, if you are keeping the value G in the denominator, then it won't come, right? So this is the only option which can give us the value of dimensions of length. So in the exam, if I am having this question, then I am sure that if I do not know how to find out the dimensions, and I am not pretty much sure that how to calculate, and if this question will be taking a lot of time, then I'll leave that. But if I know and I have completed the assignments, right, whatever the assignments which I had given to you, you had completed our home tasks, you had completed our assignments, then you can easily find out within 20 to 30 seconds these questions will be solved in your exam, right? This is my guarantee. I am taking the guarantee that you will be able to solve this question. So I hope that you all are getting this. Is everything fine? Right? Okay. So now moving to the next question. Next question we are having this. This is also a very best question, I would be saying, from the dimensions. The question given here is, if energy E, velocity V, and time T are chosen as the fundamental quantities. So they are completely changing the fundamental quantities which we are taking, and using these fundamental quantities we have to find out the dimensions. So these are the new fundamental quantities which we are considering, and the dimension formula for surface tension we have to find out. So usually the surface tension happens only in the liquid surfaces, right? And the surface tension formula is S is equals to force upon length. So this is the formula of surface tension. So surface tension is force per unit length, right? Now you have to change this dimensional formula in terms of energy, velocity and time. Energy, velocity and time. So how you will be doing that? So this is the important criteria or the problem which we are facing while solving these types of questions, right? So for these types of question, I'll be telling and suggesting my student that you must be following what? You must be following the formula book. You have to learn all the formulas which are very important in physics, and you have to regularly revising those topics, because if you miss out the revision part, you will miss out the selection part in your NEET exam, right? So this is very important. So here we go. Out of my live students, how many of you will be able to solve this question? How many of you are live and will be able to solve this question? You are asking for that what is the dimension of normal? What is the dimension? Normally, what will be the dimension? Arey yeah. Normally, it can be easily find out, right? The force dimension is mlt minus 2 and the dimension of L is L. So it will be ml0 t minus of 2. So this is the dimension of surface tension normally, if we have to calculate, right? But in the question given here is we have to calculate the dimension using the energy, velocity and time. So these are the things which you have to use. Otherwise, we'll be having this answer. So you have to mark out of these things. So what must be there? What must be there? Very simple question. Very simple. Why? If I have to calculate the energy, the dimensions of energy, then dimensions of energy will be equals to work done, right? And work done is equals to force into displacement. And the force dimension is nothing. Force dimension is nothing but what? I can write this as mlt minus 2 and this is L. So energy dimension is ml2 t minus of 2. Right? Energy dimension is this much. And the velocity, normally we are considering this, velocity dimension is lt minus 1. And the time dimension is nothing but this is time only. And I have to change all these values to this surface tension. Right? One thing I can do, I can use the options here and substituting these dimensions in all these formulas, I can find out that if this is coming or not. If this dimension is coming, after substituting the value of E, V and T here, I can easily find out that what is my answer. But there is another way. I can change this here and there and find out that whether this is coming or not, whether my answer is coming or not. There are two methods which I can use, right? So generally when we are solving the MCQs questions, the students used to have a tendency where they will be seeing the options and after seeing the options they want to get the answers. So the best way is to you will be calculating the dimensions normally. So I calculated this dimension normally and now I am choosing any one of the options and choosing that option and substituting the values here. Substituting the values here, I can calculate that whether this is coming or not. Okay, so if I am considering this A option, then I can see this ml2 t minus 2. Right, this is my energy and velocity square means this is coming here in the down L square t minus of 2 and I can cut this, right, and the time t is coming, so t minus 1. So it won't be my answer, right? So A won't be my answer because this is not matching with the right hand side which I am having. Are you solving this? So A won't be my answer, right? Next, I'll be doing that for B part also. So if I am doing for B, then it will be mlt minus 2 and here lt minus 1 and here t minus of 2, right? So L will cut, t minus 1 minus 1 will cut, it will be mlt minus of 3. So this is also not the answer which we are considering because L must be totally cut. So this won't be the answer. So B, A and B can't be the answer. A and B can't be the answer. Now we can move to the third part, C. For C, I can substitute this as ml2 t minus of 2 energy. Velocity will be L square t minus of 2. This will be cut. And t minus of 2. This will be t minus of 2. And this is matching. So C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. If I am using the options, C is the correct answer. You can easily mark that, right? So I hope that you won't have any problem. right? The second method is very simple. In that method, you have to substitute, means you have to find out one formula which can relate the surface tension to the energy, velocity and time. So this, through this method, you can do this. Okay, now coming to the next question. If dimensions of critical velocity of a liquid, right, we have a Reynolds number and all these things, the viscosity that we will study in the fluids chapter, fluid mechanics. So here, if dimensions of critical velocity Vc of a liquid flowing through a tube are expressed as this, critical velocity Vc is equals to nx rho y r z, and the n, rho and r are coefficient of viscosity of liquid, density of liquid and the radius of the tube respectively. Okay, then the values of x, y, z are given by. So if you know the formula, you can easily find out. If you know the formula, you can easily find out. So viscosity, next thing is the density of liquid, then the radius. What will be the answer? I'm giving you the time so that you will be able to solve this question. Very important question, NEET 2015. Solve this. Is there anyone able to solve this? Very simple, very simple. You just need to substitute the values here, right? You just need to substitute. I'm giving the hint for you. You have to find out the dimensions of velocity. Dimensions of velocity is nothing but this is LT minus 1, right? Dimensions of coefficient of viscosity you can find. Dimensions of rho you can find. And the dimensions of R is nothing but the distance only. And the density of a liquid is mass by volume, right? So all these dimensions you have to substitute, and the principle of homogeneity will be using. We will be using the principle of homogeneity, through which you can find out the answer. So you have to use the principle of homogeneity here. Find out. Nothing. Right, it's very simple. Principle of homogeneity you have to use. No issues. I'm going to solve this question. If I'm substituting the dimensions of velocity, then it will be m0 L t minus of 1, right? If I'm substituting the value of coefficient of viscosity, then it is ml minus 1 t minus 1, and the value here must be x. And if I am substituting the value of rho, then it will be, if I am substituting the value of rho, then it will be mass by volume, right? So it will be ml minus of 3, and here it will be y, and this is only l square, and this lz, z is not square, this is z, right? So these are the things which are given to us. I have to arrange these things so that I can find out that this is mx plus y, l minus of x minus of 3y, and plus z is also there, right? For t we are having minus of x. and this will be m0 L1 t minus 1, right? So here we can find out, comparing the coefficients of m, I can find out that x plus y is equals to 0. Comparing the coefficient of minus of x, comparing the coefficient of from mass, I'm getting this. Comparing the coefficient of length, I'll be getting this, that 1 is equals to minus of x minus of 3y plus z. And then t, we are thinking at minus 1 is equals to minus of x. So x, we have already got our the value of x. So x is 1. So x is 1. Y is minus 1. Right? So the answer is 1. I do not need to find out z here, but if you want, you can find out. If you want, you can find out. But the value of x and y I already got, right? So you can easily find out that what is the value of. So A is the answer. I hope that you are getting this, right? So A is the answer, and this is how we will be solving the previous year questions of NEET. And next thing here, so here the force, velocity and time. The force, velocity and time are taken as a fundamental quantities, and this is the repeated questions, repeated in the case of, repeated in the term of concept. Like if you are solving the previous year questions regularly, you will be able to solve these things in very few time, in very less time. So force, velocity and time are given, and you have to find out the dimensions of mass. Right? What is the mass? Right. So what is the formula which you can use? What is the formula which you can use? We can use that formula for second law of motion. We have force is equals to mass into acceleration, right? And acceleration, I can write it this as mv by t, right? So it will be ft by v. So mass is equals to f v minus of 1 and t. This is easy, very easy, very easy. F v minus 1 t. So this is d ocean. Very easy. Right? Very easy. Simple formula. Force is equals to mass into acceleration. We only use second law of motion, and we have completed this. Next, okay, I skipped one question. This is done. Here. So these types of questions are also very important, and in error, I already told you that in error, only what you have to do is just simple addition. It doesn't matter whether the number is coming in the numerator or denominator, we just have to add all the things which are coming. So here, the value of P is given as a cube b square cd, and I have to find out that what is the complete error. So it will be 3 times of the error in A, 2 times of error in B, and then C and D. And all these errors values are already given in the question. So it will be 3 into 1. If I am doing in exam, it won't take much time if I am knowing the concept, right? So it will be 4 plus 3, 7, 7, 7, 14. So answer will be 14%. So 14% is the total aggregate percentage error what we are getting. It doesn't matter whether the number is coming in the numerator or denominator, you have to add these numbers, right? And the power will come in front. This is how we are going to solve the questions of errors. Very simple question. 14% is the error. Very simple question. Okay. Next question. Okay, so what is the dimensions of mu naught, epsilon naught and minus power? Okay, so we have a relation that C is equals to under root 1 mu naught epsilon naught. So this is the question which is given to us. It's is equals to mu naught epsilon naught minus 1 to the power of 2. So the dimensions of C, it is nothing but the velocity of C, right? The speed. So it is LT minus of 1. This is nothing but the velocity of light. So it is LT minus 1. So C option is the correct. C option is the correct answer. I hope that you are getting. Arey bolo. Are you all getting what is the answer here? Are you all getting that what is the answer here? Right? Okay. Shall we move? Shall we move to the next part? Shall we move to the good part? And the good part is here. Very good question. Basically, it is the energy density. It is asking about the energy density. If you know that energy density, right? If someone knows about the energy density, then this is asking about the energy density only. Okay. And I know that the energy density is half epsilon naught E square. So this formula is for energy density. And it is nothing but energy divided by L cube. Energy formula is equals to ml2 T minus of 2. And this will be L cube. So it will be ml minus 1 T minus of 2. So B option is the correct. B option is the correct. Energy density is given. Otherwise, if you want the complex method, you can go for the dimensions of epsilon naught. You can go for the dimensions of electrical field, and through that also you can find out. But this is the easiest method which we can apply while solving the question in MCQs, right? So let's move to the next part. Okay, and now we are having this. This is also a very complex type of questions because many things are asked in only one question. So pressure, velocity, acceleration, force are given here. So the option is that if we are having a dimension in terms of MLBTC, then if what will it give the dimensions of pressure if we are substituting the value? I'm using the A option. If I'm substituting the value A, M1, L minus of 1, T minus of 2. Pressure, we know that pressure is force upon area. Force is MLT minus of 2. Mass into acceleration. And area is L2. So it will be ML minus 1 T minus 2. So this is correct. This is correct. So whenever you are getting the option in your answer and those things are correct, you can easily mark that. You don't need to take any tension that whether the other options are correct or not. When this option is correct, you can go with that. You can check the other options as well. In velocity, we do not have mass, right? So in velocity, we do not have mass. This must be 1, this must be 0. So these all options are wrong. Also, in the case of acceleration, we do not need mass. And in case of force, there is no mass. So I do not need to solve any of these questions, right? So this is done. Now coming to the next part. So this question is also very important. It come out very important. And here, which two of the following 5 physical parameters have the same dimensions? Energy density, refractive index, dielectric constant, Young modulus, magnetic field. So many concepts are tested in this one question only. Please do let me know. You need to find out. Check. Apply all your previous knowledge. Hello, Mike. Apply all your previous knowledge. I always say that winners and losers have same goal. The only thing which differentiate you from the winner and loser, the only thing which differentiate the winner and loser is the process, whether you are following the process or not. Otherwise, you will become a boiled anda, right? You will be only, you only can be used in only one format. You have to be a person that can be used anywhere. Just tell me that what is the answer here. Everything is given. Everything is given to you, and you have to find out that what is the answer. Okay. There is problem in options. This is option A, this is option B, this is option C, this is option D, right? So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. So now calculate. Calculate, everything is given to you. Everything is given to you. So the correct answer is C. Right? We are moving forward. Next, these questions are very simple, as I already told you that how to get the errors. So if the error in the measurement of radius, if the error in the measurement of radius of spheres is 2%, and you have to calculate the volume, then the error in the volume will be, I know that the volume is proportional to r cube, so error in V% will be equals to 3r%, and it is equals to 3 into 2, which is equals to 6%. So the error is 6%. So B option is correct. Error questions are so easy, so damn easy, that you can easily get 4 marks there, right? So there are 2 sections in your NEET exam, section A and section B. In section A, you have to solve 35 questions. In section B, you have to solve 10 questions, right? In total, you have to solve 45 questions. 180 marks target is there. Let's move to the other part. Next one is the dimension. So the dimensions of resistance in an electric circuit in terms of dimensions of mass, length, time and current would be. Very easy question. Very easy, very easy, very easy. Why very easy? Because as you already know that V is equals to IR, R is equals to V by I, and we also know that since V is equals to work done upon charge, alright, so I can replace this with work done IQ, and I know that I is equals to Q by T, so I can substitute Q as IT. So this will become work done. This will become work done upon I square T. Okay. And now, when this is clear, and you have to calculate the dimensions of R, and when you have to calculate the dimensions of R, you only need to substitute the dimensions of work done, current and time. So current and time we do not have to substitute. I can now find out that the current dimensions will be minus of 2. So I can easily mark the question. I can easily mark the answer as minus of 2, because here I'm getting that the dimensions of current coming out to be in the power of 2, right? So if I'm seeing the option, I can easily mark the option. Are you getting that? If I'm only checking the options, I can easily mark that, because from here I can get that the dimensions will be minus of 2. So this is the answer. I do not need to solve complete question. I can easily mark that. And here the next question, very important question, this have been asked in 2006. So let's see how to solve this question. The velocity v of a particle at time t is given by, so here we are having equation and we have to calculate the dimensions of ABC. As you know that the principle of homogeneity will apply here, and the dimension of C will be T only, because only then it can be added to the value of C. So I can easily find out that this is the only answer, because if I get to know the dimensions of C, which is none other than T, then I can easily mark the correct answer as A, right? अभी मातुर हिंदी में होती है, but very most of the people want classes to be conducted in English only, so that's why we are conducting classes only in English. If you really want to get Hindi classes, then you have to subscribe our paid courses, and there we are providing the classes in Hindi, right? It's not like I do not know Hindi. I am better in Hindi. Okay. So next, but all these I am using very simple Hindi, means you can easily understand. If you know little bit English also, you can easily able to understand what I am saying. I am using very simple English. Anyone from India who basically learn English from 6 to 10 can easily understand my English. And here what is the main concept is the physics. It's not the language. Language can't be barrier in physics. So the ratio of the dimension of Planck's constant and that of the moment of inertia in the dimensions of is the dimensions of. Okay. This is very important. I know that there is one formula of that uses the Planck's constant, which is E is equals to h nu, and the dimensions of h will be h upon the frequency. So I can write this as Et. So Planck's constant is nothing but the energy into time, right? And moment of inertia is mr square, and I have to find out that what is the ratio of these dimensions. So if I am dividing h upon moment of inertia, then it will be energy's dimension is nothing but ml2 t minus 2, and this is multiplying t, so this will become minus of 1, and here the dimensions of this will be m l square. This will cut, that will be t minus of 1, and t minus of 1 is the dimensions of frequency only, so it will be frequency. All right, how many of you will be able to solve this? Right, so this is how we are going to solve these types of questions. You must be knowing the formulas. So the only thing which you require is that your grasping power must be very high, and I told you that I had given a mind map to revise those formulas so that you won't face any issues. And here we are having another question which is related to the dimensions of universal gravitational constant, and this is very simple. As I already told you that earlier, the NEET exam questions were very easy because there were very few coaching centers, and those only those coaching centers which were at that time that were not having enough teachers to teach all those students, right? So the level of questions was very easy because very few students used to take coaching at that time. And if we see current scenarios where the level of questions asked in exam are very high, so you require a coaching, otherwise you will fail to qualify exam. So force is equals to gm m1 m2 by r square. So if I want to calculate the dimensions of G, it will be f r square upon m square, right? If I'm only considering the dimension, then it won't matter that whether I'm taking the m1 and m2, both will be having the same dimensions. So I can substitute the dimensions of f as m l t minus of 2 mass into acceleration, and the dimensions of this will be l square, and the dimensions of m is nothing but m square, right? So the dimensions of G is m minus 1 l cube t minus of 2. So this is the dimensions of gravitational constant. So A option is the correct. Is anyone here who is facing doubt? Hello Shivam, good evening. How are you? Hello Abhi, Mac. I hope that you all are understanding. What about NEET 2023? We are conducting classes regularly here, which are very helpful for the students who are preparing for NEET 2022 and 2023, both simultaneously. As this topic is from class 11th, and when you are preparing for 2023, you must be knowing the importance of class 11. If you haven't completed class 11th, you can watch my recordings, videos. You can attend our regular sessions where we are conducting the theory concepts, right? So in the last section, in the last class, I already covered all these topics, and in this class I am considering the previous year questions. So all types of questions which came into the exams of NEET, 34 years of questions we are considering, 34 years. So I am solving 34 years previous year questions. So what else do you want? We are covering the conceptual questions, we are covering the numerical questions, we are covering the complete concept, and after that we are taking the previous year questions only. So 34 years of previous year questions I am taking. Yeah, you can go for any book. Arihant or MTG, both are good. It hardly makes difference. The only difference which makes is your process is that you will sustain your motivation for one complete year. My student got selected in LHMC recently in this 2021 exam. So my student got selected in LHMC, and he was actually performing one surgery on one's heart, the dead bodies, and he was putting that thing on the WhatsApp status. So I watched and wished him that it's very good to see you working actually in the real life and cutting down the heart of other person, not your. So somebody breaks their heart and somebody cuts others heart by becoming the doctor. So now the unit of free space, unit of permittivity of free space, this is the previous year question, and this question usually also comes in, I'll be saying that in board exam as well. So unit of permittivity of free space, epsilon naught. We know that force is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square. This is the Coulomb's law which we are having. If I have to find out the unit of epsilon naught, then it will be q1 q2 divided by force, right, r square, and 4 pi will remain there. So if I need to find out the unit, then the unit of epsilon naught will be Coulomb square per Newton meter square. So this is the unit. So Coulomb square per Newton meter square. So C option is the correct. C option is the correct. Right? So let's move to the next part. Now, what is the value of Planck's constant in SI unit? This is factual data. Means you just need to know that what is the factual value of Planck's constant, and you will be able to answer this correct. Please let me know that what is the correct answer. I am not going to solve this. You only need to know that what is the value of Planck's constant. Yes, please let me know. If you know the value of Planck's constant, then even if you know the units are also very different. Joule second, kg meter square, kg meter per second. So the value of Planck's constant is nothing but 6.63 into 10 to the power of minus 34. Okay. So this is a factual question which came into the NEET exam. Then the Planck's constant has the dimensions of, so another question, that Planck's constant has the dimensions of what is the Planck's constant dimensions. So I already told you that we have a formula of E is equals to h nu, right? So the Planck's constant will be E by nu, and we can write this as Et. So power is equals to work done upon time, energy upon time, right? Energy. So here we can say that this is energy into time, right? Energy into time. So what is the dimensions of energy into time? P is equals to Et. E is equals to PT होता है. E is equals to PT होता है. So it can't be the dimensions of energy. It can't be the angular momentum. If we are considering angular momentum is what? Angular momentum is L is equals to R cross V, MVR. So here we are having mass M. I can find out this as ML T minus of 2 and T minus of 1. This is the dimensions of Planck's constant. Then mass LT minus 1 and R multiply. Linear momentum. Linear momentum is the answer, because this is mass into velocity, right? So mass and velocity is LT minus 1. So this is the answer, linear momentum. Linear momentum is the correct answer. Mass into, oh wait a minute. Here one L2 is also coming. Right. So it's angular momentum. Angular momentum is MVR, and the mass dimension is M, LT minus of 1, and here it will be L. So it will be ML2 T minus of 2, T minus of 1. So basically what I did here is I just misses one L there, right? So I kept the dimension of force only, that mass into acceleration and into time. So but I need to multiply one length as well, because the dimension of energy is equals to the dimensions of work. So dimensions of energy and work are same. So I need to multiply the dimension of force with the length. So that was missing here, and if that was missed, this answer was also missed. So the correct answer is angular momentum. Please mark that. Now the next question. A pair of physical quantity having the same dimension, it was asked in NEET. Okay. So a pair of physical quantities having same dimension formula is, here we are having multiple questions, and we have to find out the pair which are having the same dimensional formulas. So force and torque can't be having the same dimensional formula. Work and energy are having the same dimensional formula. Okay, this is very simple. Force and impulse can't be having the same dimensional formula. Linear momentum and angular momentum can't be having the same dimensional formula. So the answer is B. Are you all getting? So the answer is B. Work and energy have the same dimensional formula. We are having a work energy theorem as well. Next question is about the magnetic flux. What is the dimensions of magnetic flux? What are the dimensions of magnetic flux? And this is very simple. This is very simple to calculate. How? Because we know that any types of flux can be easily calculated using that value into the area. So magnetic flux will be B dot A, right? The cos theta won't have any dimension, so I won't be taking that part. And force is equals to BIL sin theta, right? Amperes is also there, so force is equals to BIL. So the dimensions of B is force IL, and I can substitute that thing. Here to get the answer as force I by L. Area means length square only, so it will cut L, and I can find out that only one current will come. When only one current will come, see, there are options of current, right? A minus 1, A minus 2, and 2. So if I get to know that only one current will be applicable in case of magnetic flux, I can easily mark the answer as 1. Are you getting that? Right? So this is how we are going to solve these types of questions. I hope that you are all getting that correct. Right? So let's move to the next part. Next part is this, and you have to find out the dimensions of viscosity. This we have already find out. So the dimensions of viscosity is nothing but this value ml minus 1 t minus 1. The value of viscosity is force upon rv, and the force dimension is mlt minus of 2, and the dimension of L is L. It will cut down LT minus of 1. This will be, so it will be ML minus of 1, T minus of 1. So the dimensions of viscosity is nothing but this one. And this is repeated questions. If you know that in the previous few questions before, we were solving this question also, where we were using the dimensions of viscosity. So you must be knowing this question. Then here, that which of the following will have the dimensions of time? Which will be having the dimensions of time? So basically, this is the question from AC circuit. And very means basic questions, because you will be seeing that the time of lag, time of charging, you will be getting there. So it's L by R is the correct answer. And next, move to the next part. Here, the density of the cube. Here we are having the density of the cube measured by measuring its mass, length, and time. Okay. Density is equals to mass by volume, as we already know, and the error in mass is 4%, plus the error in length will be 3%. So volume will be proportional to 3 times of the length, so it will be 3 into 3%. So it will be 4% plus 9%. So it come out to be 13%. So 13% error will be there when I am calculating the density of any cube. I hope that you are getting this. Right? So these types of questions are very important. Let's solve another question. Here also we are having some dimensional type of questions, and this is the error type questions. So in this error type question, you can easily find out that the error in kinetic energy. So kinetic energy error is equal to half mv square. Formula is there, we have to use. The error in mass is 2%, and error in velocity is 3%. So 6, 7, 8. So 8% is the total error which will be getting when we are calculating the kinetic energy. Right? So let's move to the other part. And I'm telling you that if you really want to crack, I'm telling you that if you really want to crack the JEE NEET exam this time only, if you really want to crack JEE or NEET exam this time only, then you must be attending our classes regularly on this YouTube channel. And also, I want you to please join our Telegram groups ALT JEE or ALT NEET, so that you won't miss our PDF updates, PDF materials which we are conducting, right? So you will be getting the PDF material, free classes, free announcements which we are conducting. Obviously, you will be getting that free, of course, and the discounts and prices you will be getting, right? So you just need to scan this QR code. Otherwise, you can just type this ALT JEE or ALT NEET. You will be going through the Telegram group and you will be added. And in our crash course, we are conducting, what we are conducting is there will be 90 plus classes which we are providing to you, and the duration of the classes will be available to you till your exam. Syllabus will be covered by JEE experts and NEET experts just like me, and we are using the flipped classroom method. This flipped classroom method is used by various European educational universities, where what they were using, they were dividing the knowledge, they were dividing the class in 5 equal parts, and in those 5 equal parts we will be learning. First, we will be providing you a complete theory. That will be a video lecture, recorded video lecture, where we will be discussing that what we are going to study in the main sections and what are the important topics and what you need to learn to tackle these exams. Second thing is the study material. We will be providing you the study material so that you can have a quick grasp on your own. You will be doing that self-study as well. Third thing is the webinar which we are conducting on a smart board projectors, right? We are using the animation so that you won't miss the actual part of the topic. And the third thing is the homework we are providing you, and we will check your homework regularly, because the most important factor that why you are not able to crack the exam is because nobody is checking your homework. And if nobody is checking your homework, then you won't take, you will be starting taking things lightly, and this won't happen because we will be taking that seriously, right? And one very good information, very good, I'll be saying that a announcement needs to be made here on this platform, and I am happy to announce that APJ Academy is launching its full year course, where we are providing full study material free of cost if you are buying our full year course. We are also providing personal doubt clearing sessions, and full length tests will be there. Assignments, DPPs, 100% confidence guarantee we are ensuring you, right? There is no one in the online platform which are providing you 100% confidence, but we are here to provide you 100% confidence. Why we are providing? Because personal doubt solving sessions are here, where we assume that each child is unique. If you are having doubt in rotational motion chapter, then you have to ask that chapter only, right? You don't need to go and study the kinematics. So there are personal doubt solving sessions which we are conducting, and you can pay as per session as well. So these are the things which we are providing: the materials, complete modules, question banks, 25 major tests as per the NTA, query solving sessions are there with the personal mentors, lesson plans, 20 plus lectures will be there, and all these facilities which we are providing. One more thing which you will like to know, that coaching will provide you a calendar sessions where the consistency will be maintained, your motivation will be sustained, because you will be attending lectures regularly. You will be become more confident while attending the questions, and you will be challenging yourself to become the best capabilities which you can have, right? So everyone requires coach. And here one more offer for you, that if you like only to purchase our study materials, you can do that. If you only want the test series from us, you can also buy that. If you only want to subscribe the personal doubt clearing sessions, you can also buy that. If you only want assignments, you can buy that. So as per your requirement, we are providing. Complete control is in your hand, so you do not need to take any tension. We are providing you personal one-to-one mentoring, where we are holding your hand to get into the top colleges of India. One-to-one sessions are there, and as per your requirement, we are conducting the classes. So till now, any doubt? No? So we are ending the sessions here only, and we'll meet again in the next class. So till then, bye bye and